Well, hello there. It's Michelle, the stamp broker, and I am here today to share on March 21st, um, with March being like 3/4 of the way finished, I have created a counterfeit kit and how to kill your kit with style kit. And I want to show you where it all started. I don't think it's in this pile. Oh goodness. Where did it start? Where is it? Here we go. Okay. So I started with this paper pad from Amy Tangerine. I don't know where I got it, when I got it, but, well, let me back up. I actually started with the pattern play class that Allison Davis from Scrapbook Generation is currently doing. And so I was looking through my 6x6 paper pads, and this one struck me because of the fun colors. So I pulled out some different patterns here. We've got greens, grays, blacks, hot pink. This is a fun kind of citrusy looking pattern. Spirographic. We've got chevrons in hot pink and black. Here's hearts. Here's a tone on tone. And here is a small pattern with all the colors. So it kind of led me to, I was going to cut these into squares and then probably triangles. Then I thought, I talked to my friend Tara O'Rourke about how I just, when I make a layout, I'm all over the place in my scrapbook room, grabbing every possible thing that could possibly work. And so we talked more about how and why she makes counterfeit kits each month. And so I thought, you know what? Let's try it. So the theme, the inspiration kit is a digital kit, and it had some fun, bright colors from what I remember, the pinks and the turquoises, and it was more beachy. So I thought this would work. And then I thought, well, let's look and see what else you have. And I had this Bella Boulevard Wish Big collection. And I've never cut into it. I think some of the colors will work. Some of the colors are a little different, like the blue and this green. I think it'll still work. Then that led me to, I have this sticker sheet, and it's from 2017 from Echo Park. And actually I have the whole collection, Summer Dreams. I believe it was a Tuesday morning purchase. So I've got all of the colors. And it goes into a little bit different colors, but gives you some good options, right? This is more beachy. So I'm not sure. I haven't picked out any beach themed photos, but some of this could be used without a beach theme. So there's that. And then I have this little bit of very old Close to My Heart paper. This is before I joined. I got it from an old uprun, and I think I might finish it off. And that's a goal of mine. Finish all my partially finished paper collections out from Close to My Heart. Now I have the sticker sheet from Close to My Heart, birthday themed, and I think it matches well. The paper, I'm not sure where the paper is. but that's okay because it should go with what I already have. And then I found this old collection. I'm not even sure what it's called. I'm not sure. Let's see if I have a branding strip. Here we go. Here's one. And it has fun, bright colors. This was called I Heart Us. And look, I think these polka dots, these random like confetti dots are really pretty. This yellow. I think I can use some of this. I have little bits of chipboard here. And it's thin chipboard, but still chipboard. And Rediscover Your Stash Facebook group that is run by Sarah Scraps. Our product focus this month is chipboard. So let's see if I can get some of this used up. And then I also have this really old collection. It's not really a collection, but it's a collection of paper. Dottie for You from Close to My Heart. It has polka dots on one side, and this color of pink is not the same. It's like it's got a salmon color to it. And then on the back we have a pattern, but this turquoise would match, and perhaps the orange and the gray. I think that's it. So I'd like to get this used up, although I'm not in a rush because I feel like this will always go with things, right? It's got creme brulee, gray wool, lagoon, smoothie, sunset, and sweet leaf. So this color right here is sweet leaf. Okay, and then one last thing. Okay, this is heavy. Now, I really want to focus on the other papers, but I do also have a bunch of Page Evans, mostly Splendid. There's a little bit of Wonders. Splendid. I'm not sure. And then I've got a paper pad and some stickers still on a wax paper, and I have some scraps, and then I have a project pad, and I'm not sure if I want to get into this, but it is here if I'm looking for a particular pattern or color, or if I need some embellishments, right? This Wonders isn't probably gonna work, but I'll leave it. Okay, now let me show you what else I have. Oh, here comes Finley. Finley, Mama's recording. Now I took some time a year or two ago, and I put a bunch of my paper strips in color categories. And then on top of that, I also have, see, here's pink, green, this is green, blue, orange, and here's like a photo strip that's a pink. Okay, and then I also have this swirly thing that is old from Close to My Heart. I would love to get that used up. And then these were something that Close to My Heart offered last year, I believe, before they closed. And I've got them in a whole bunch of colors that will match. So that would be nice to focus on some of that. All right, let's see. And I have a whole bunch of chipboard. I'm not going to go through it here. But I have a whole bunch of Close to My Heart white chipboard. And then I also have some, I don't remember what company this was, but I have some Technique Tuesday too. So I'm hoping to use some of this. And this was Scenic Route 2006. Hoping to get some of that used. And then, let me show you this pile. So, and I do want to preface this and tell you that I do reserve the right to go get something else out of my stash. Like, I don't have any cardstock picked out. I may want more wood grain, things like that. Let me start down here. So I have a whole bunch of alphas. I got this in like I think this was a blessing box from Ginger's Corner. And then I just got this pretty little studio from a warehouse box kind of thing a few months ago. And then I have some of these small. This is Hip Kit. This is Pink Fresh. I've got flat stickers. I've got some foam, some chipboard, some more foam. And then I also have this One Fine Day. I don't remember where I got it, but I have this that goes with it. And it looks like it would work really well. And then I also have this, I think this is an Amy Tan, and I've used bits and pieces of it, but there's different parts that might work. The pink, I'm thinking. And then this was from Hip Kit Club, and I got it in a warehouse box. I have never used any of it. And so they would make great titles. They're big. Maybe somewhere I can use that. So I've got all of this. And then I can always also use letter dies. And let me show you. I have these acrylic titles, pink, I call it Lagoon, teal, turquoise, teal, and then these are yellow. I also have a white set. I don't remember what all they spell, but I do have the white on a sheet of, in one of those albums that we used to try to get all of our photos out of because they weren't acid free. The magnetic, they call them magnetic, although there's no magnet in them, but I spelled out all the titles. So I need to go back and find that because I don't know. Then here's some older stuff. This is from Close to My Heart in Lagoon. We've got ribbon, buttons, metal, and brads. I've got this from TLC 2006. I didn't remember I had this, but the Lagoon ribbon might work, and this pink might work, and maybe even this pink. Let me know down below if you've ever heard of TLC. It stood for Top Line Creations. This was the very first scrapbooking company I was a consultant with. I got some pretty little studio more things that were in my, it was some kind of box I bought for cheap, right? Maybe at Christmas, maybe at Thanksgiving, but I thought some of these little labels might work. And maybe some of these cards. I also have these cards. And these pennant cards. And then this Indian Summer. I don't know. I don't have a way to foil them. But the black and white on their own are really pretty. So they might be that might be something I could add. And then have these Heidi Swap. I'm not sure if the colors are too muted, but it might work. I have this from Hit Kit Club, and maybe a few of them work. The pink, the I can't think of the word, aqua, maybe the yellow. And then I have some acrylic hearts from Close to My Heart. And then over here I have some more chipboard. This is also from TLC. I have some Pretty Little Studio. I think these were in 4x2 and I cut them down to 2x2, and they're all squares, and I probably will use this for my pattern play class. I have some of these glossy dots from Stampin' Up! I've never touched, and I figured these 3 colors would work really well. And then I have various sequins. Let's see, I have more sequins, white. And then I really want to get more acrylic titles, but I need to work through what I have. So I pulled out some ones I think will work. And then I have some Scrappin' Happy Studio in the black. And these paw prints are cute. I have these. Here's another. I don't think this will work. This is Wildberry. I'm going to put that up. That pink is a little different. Or maybe I'll hang on to it. And then I have some various flare. I think these are all from Karen Yeagle. I think these are all Karen Yeagle. So they may work. So, and then I'm going to try to work through these sketches from Series 17, 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. I'm on day 29, so I definitely need to participate. And so day 25 is, I'll be trying to make a Christmas layout, and not with this. Day 26 is the 26th, and that's the day the Rediscover Your Stash has a hop. So I will try to use gingers, and then I'll have a day 29 is the 29th, and I have a layout due for Simple Stories Saturday. So I will probably use a Simple Stories collection for this layout and combine it with 30 Days of Sketches. I did go ahead and pull out some photos. I have like a set of these photos that were taken of us on the Riverwalk that I've never scrapbooked. I have a photo of the cat. I have a couple of photos of my daughter and my dad. She's wearing really bright, fun colors. And then here she is with my brother. She's wearing pink again. Here she is wearing a swimsuit. And then I thought these photos that have never been scrapbooked from 2014. This is at Diamond Springs Water Park in Arkansas. And they are summery water photos. So I may use these. I have them printed. Why not? I also have these photos of a birthday my daughter had. And I actually already scrapbooked them, but I don't like how I scrapbooked them. So I'm thinking of re-scrapbooking them, especially since I still have more copies. And that was before digital. And then there's a birthday party when that I have like several copies of each one, but it was like a luau themed, and I think these colors would work. I scrapbooked it back, or I tried to scrapbook it back when I first started, and I never really finished it. I mean, it literally has like a handwritten title. Look at that. Negatives. So I'm not sure about that, but and since I'm getting started so late in the month, I am planning on carrying over this collection into April. I might add in some Easter photos and add in some Easter paper just to kind of refresh it. So let me know if you make a kit each month and then work out of it, so you're not hopping up and going somewhere in your room for every little thing. Or how do you prefer to scrapbook? And I do plan on making some page kits, so basically breaking this big kit down into smaller pieces, bite-sized chunks, so I'm not so overwhelmed with my selection. Because even though I pulled it out of my big stash, it's still a little bit overwhelming. And look at these. These are really cool, and they come, you can use either side, so it's just like how the Close to My Heart cardstock had two-sided. So we've got scallops and a hexagon, bigger scallop. Those are fun. And then the notebook edge. I don't know if I'll ever work my way through all these, but it's nice to have. Here's hearts and then film strips. So of course I had to get every single color. I was trying to decide which color, and I'm like, well, I've got to have them all, right? So here I am with them all, and I need to use them. So thank you for stopping by, and I hope to have more content up for you soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm sorry, but I did forget. I did pull out some stamp sets. Just some. I didn't go through them all. Just found some flowers that might work since it's spring. And then I found an unfinished layout here that I don't even know where the other photo is, but I feel like if this used that You Make My Heart Happy, that paper collection I showed you, but it needs more embellishing to me. And yeah, there's another half of it, so I need to find the other half. And then there's this one. So this would be more with all about the base pages. I need to finish these. I think these went like this. And this is my daughter. But it needs more, like this was a Close to My Heart pattern or sketch or whatever, and it just needs more, right? So I need to finish it, and maybe I can find some embellishments. Oh, here's the other part of this one. Let's see. Does it go like this? Or does it go like this? I guess it would go like this. Yeah, where the yellow continues. These are my daughter and her Nana. So, yeah, I need to finish these. This was like something that I added these photos to, but I never actually stuck them down or finished it. And it looks like I have 3 photos, and so this could be a journaling spot. So I want to get these finished also with this kit. All right, that is it. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.